Hi everyone. Before we get into the concept of this session, I have a few questions for you. There is an error in each of these sentences. Try to identify the errors. Today, office is there. He didn't write a letter. Why you are worried? I saw a dream. She did a mistake. Have you got any idea? Anyway, let's discuss. The first sentence, today office is there. This type of sentence you would have come across several times in your day-to-day conversations. Like, today school is there. Today meeting is there, isn't it? But there is no such structure in English. This sentence is completely wrong. Instead, you can ask, is today a working day? Are we working today? Do we have a meeting today? He didn't write a letter. Here, the sentence is in simple past, and in simple past tense, after did, we should use the first form of the verb. Here, why you are worried? This is a question, and in an interrogative sentence, always the helping verb should come before the subject. So the exact sentence is, why are you worried? I saw a dream. We don't use saw, instead we have to use had. I had a dream. She did a mistake. Not did, we should use she made a mistake. Now here you can notice that the first three sentences, there are mistakes in the sentence structure, whereas these two sentences, the verbs are wrong. Now, why do people commit these types of mistakes? The reason is lack of knowledge of the fundamental structures and rules regarding the construction of a sentence. And I don't think you want to continue with these mistakes. And this explanation is not enough to avoid these mistakes forever. You need a better understanding. So, what is the solution to avoid general mistakes in sentence construction? Very simple. Whenever you want to construct a sentence in English, try to think in English. But the problem is, most of us are very comfortable with our own mother tongue. Generally, what do? We create a thought or idea in our own mother tongue, and later we try to make a word by word translation into English. And there begins all the trouble. Because every language has its own structures and rules, and these structures and rules are different from one another. So, if you try to make a word by word translation, it becomes a blunder. Hence, in order to think in English, you should have the proper idea regarding the structures and rules in English language. So let's begin right from the basics. Elements of a simple sentence. A simple sentence has two basic elements. They are subject and predicate. Subject and predicate. These are the two basic divisions of a simple sentence. Understand this properly because this is the basis for all other concepts. Now, what is a subject? You construct a sentence to express your thought or idea, whatever the thought or idea in your mind. And the thought or idea depends on someone or something, or simply whatever you speak about someone or something according to the purpose and situation of communication. For example, you are in a school. Now let's see some of the possible subjects of your communication, like watchman, school, teacher, children. Watchman, school, teacher, children. These are some possible subjects of your communication while you are in a school. Okay. So according to the situation, your subject changes. For example, you are in a vegetable market. There you talk about different vegetables. When you are in a football ground, you talk about different factors related to football. So according to situation and purpose, the subject of communication changes. Now the next thing is predicate. Whatever we talk or whatever we express about the subject is called predicate. Or simply, we can take this part as the verb, because verb is the head of a predicate and verb is the root of a sentence. So simply we can write it as subject plus verb. This is the simplest structure of a sentence. Or subject and verb are the two basic elements of a simple sentence. Okay. Now what is this verb? Verb is nothing but whatever you talk about the subject, that itself is verb. See, in our daily communication, we make a number of sentences. We talk about different things, different persons. We talk an n number of sentences. But all these sentences can be divided under two headings. Are you surprised? All these sentences can be divided under two headings. That is, state of being and action. Now, I have told you that whatever you speak about the subject is the predicate, or simply we can consider it as the verb, because you speak only two factors. What are those two factors? State of being or action. Whatever the sentence you speak, that can be categorized into state of being or action, or whatever we speak are about the state of being or action performed by the subject. Now let's understand it with the help of a few examples. Before that, I would like to remind it again. Subject plus verb is the basic structure of a simple sentence, and subject is about whom or which we speak something, and verb is what we speak about the subject, and that can be a state of being or an action. Now, what is this state of being and action? We will learn in the coming sections. Don't bother about it. Now, let's come to the examples. Watchman opens the gate. Here we talk about the watchman. So, watchman is the subject, and see, opens, this is the action and this is the verb. Next sentence, this school is very popular. Here we talk about the school. So, school is the subject, and here is the verb. Next sentence, teachers are very busy. Here we talk about teachers. So, teachers, subject, and are, this is the verb. Next sentence, children is the subject. Children play in the ground. Here play is the action and this is the verb. Now, like this, you have to identify the subject and verb of a few sentences. For that, I will provide you here an activity. Try to do the activity properly so that you will be ready for the next sessions. And I would like to remind you one thing. When you do the activity, definitely you will have a number of doubts. Don't worry. The coming sections would be the clarification for all those doubts. And please perform the activity properly, because this is the basis for all other concepts. So, let me sign off now. Take care.